thanks for staying tuned. In other matters tonight, a member of the National Democratic Congress National Communications Team, Thomas Ayi, stated that President Akufo-Addo is attempting to alter the country's history, which could lead to dangerous consequences for future generations. He alleged that this is not an isolated incident, referring to the Ijapadia controversy.
These are the people who are fighting for ownership of Ghana today. And it is reflecting in today's democracy. These are the people who think Ghana is theirs. Because if Ghana is not theirs, how can a group of people sit down and plan and plot a document of how they will capture state lands? If that is not the case, as my brother said, this intention didn't start from today. This Japadia intention didn't start from today, where prisons land, prison barracks are being given to private investors, where parks and garden lands in Wa is being given to private investors, where Du Bois Center is being given to private businessmen, where the La Beach front is being given to private businessmen under this administration, and they have a clear plan plotted to do that, to execute that. So you realize that this group of people do not have good intention for Ghana. Look, this same group of people wrote to our slave masters when Nkrumah wanted to start the, Akosombo Dam. They said he was wasting government resources. They said the Akosombo Dam was too big for our population. But Nkrumah, as visionary as he was, realized our population could increase one day. When Nkrumah was building the Tema motorway to ensure that business transaction from Tema car will deploy that road, and we have to make sure we have to get a good and sustainable road infrastructure. Today, what are they doing over there? Isn't it the same Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who is pledging, promising you that when he comes, he was coming to build a concrete road? He told us that when he comes, he will come and build concrete road. They are patching the Tema motorway with Butumi, Kota. So, these are the group of people who are seeking your mandate as Ghanaians. When Nkrumah was building factories here and there, what did they say? When Nkrumah was expanding University of Ghana, Legon, what did they say? Today, at the least opportunity that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo gets, he wants to rename the University of Ghana. JB Dankwa.
What are the dangers?
What are the achievements of JB Dankwa? When they were fighting for the struggle, JB Dankwa was in prison and then he died in prison.
I'm asking the dangers associated with the statement that the president made. What are the dangers?
You see, the president is trying to twist our history.
Well, I think what you just said, listening to Nana Addo, was not different from what Nana Addo said. He never said Nkrumah did not lead the struggle. He never said Nkrumah did not fight for independence. Nana Addo never said that. He only indicated that in a game of football, in every game, somebody is a goalkeeper, somebody is playing 2, 3, up to the, the 6 or 7 or the 10 on the field. And you are dealing with your opponents. So the ball at a point may be played by one person to the other person. Another person will also pick it and then run with it and then give it to the other person. There are times when the nature of the game is such that the one who scores only taps the ball into the net. And there are times also when the one who scores may pick the ball from a point and then run with it through. Sometimes people may call him selfish. You understand? But at least at the end of the day, when he scores, it brings glory to the whole team.
Now let's stay a bit longer. The Nkrumah controversy caused National Communications team member for the Movement for Change, Dr. Ramsey Inusa, stated that collectively Ghana is lost as a country and have not had any leader that can be compared to Kwame Nkrumah. He added that the United Gold Coast Convention was not in charge of Ghana's independence. This came after President Akufo-Addo said Ghana was not founded by one man.
For the sustainment of our independence, it was necessary that he had to bring that act, because Dennis, there were a lot of assassination attempts on Dr. Kwame Nkrumah by his bodyguard, at his residence, at a rally ground. So collectively we are lost as a country. Since the inception of our independence, we've not had any leader that we can compare to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, right? And today, some political elites are beefing with a dead man. Can you imagine?
So, but he makes the point that, I mean, from the president's speech, the point that he made that it wasn't Nkrumah alone. He definitely had people who committed themselves to this cause before. I mean, he sped it, or he was he took the final laps in this run.
Dennis, before even Nkrumah joined the UGCC, right? We know that there were certain interest groups, right, that had the agenda to achieve Ghana's independence, right? Nkrumah was brought in by the UGCC. That's a fact. Historically, he was brought in by the UGCC. They should have known better the ideals and the philosophy of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, because they knew that he had socialist ideals. These people were pro-capitalist, right? They were pro-capitalist. They believed in a free market economy, etc. But even today, we can argue that socialism has different forms. That is why today the Chinese always say this, that they practice socialism but with Chinese characteristics, right? And the backbone of the capitalist world is the Chinese economy. What an irony. You agree with me? And so clearly, if you look at the emancipation from our what do you call it, our struggle for the emancipation for independence, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who was brought in by the UGCC in attainment for our independence, worked with people like J.B. Dankwa, Obechebi Lamte, Oforiata, right? And then you realize that, Dennis, these entities were proposing that we attain independence in an incremental stage. But the people of Ghana were yearning for that impetuous independence. You understand? We wanted independence in an impetuous manner, fast, but they wanted it incrementally because they know what they were cooking with our colonial masters. And that's why we always say that some leaders in Africa are puppets of the colonialists. And that's why we've seen currently that scholars will tell you that there's something called the paradox of plenty, where Africa is blessed with a lot of natural resource endowment, but it's home to the poorest people.
And away from that, the National Road Safety Authority has raised concern about the increase in road accident death as election approaches. Despite a decrease in the overall number of road crashes, deaths have surged by 151 in the first half of 2024, marking a nearly 14% increase. This equates to an average of 7 fatalities per day in Ghana. Head of Regulation, Inspection and Compliance at the National Road Safety Authority, Kwame Kodia-Twahini, has raised concerns over law enforcement and low police visibility on roads. The National Road Safety Authority has called for an urgent audit of street lights nationwide, following alarming statistics that reveal 1,237 lives were lost to road crashes between January and June 2024, largely due to poor road illumination. However, the government has promised to advance phase 3 of its street light project. Regional Minister Titus Glover announced plans to install 250,000 street lights, building on previous phases which saw 10,000 lights installed in 2022 and 20,000 in 2023. In health matters tonight, the public relations officer of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Mustafa Salifu, has called for support for the general public as the facility remains committed to delivering exceptional healthcare and training future healthcare professionals. But before that, we take a short breather. Back with details of that story. Do stay tuned.
It is often said that the human eye is the window to the soul. Also, did you know that 80% of our memories are determined by what we see? Therefore, let us help you leave a lasting and soulful impression. At Souvenirs and More, we are your all-in-one destination for imported and locally branded items of the highest and unmatched quality. For your silicone wristbands, air fresheners, lapel pins, pens, diaries, name tags, plaques, power banks, exercise books, key holders, paper bags, banners, stands, business cards, and many more. We provide you with nothing less than impeccable services that will keep you more than satisfied at unbeatable prices and with flexible payment plans. Locate us at La Paz Station, Obutu Street in Accra, Newtown. Please do call and WhatsApp us on 057-532-9333 and 023-332-9333 for prompt response, or log on to www.souvenirsandmore.com.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola. Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Now let's take you to Kolebu, where the public relations officer of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Mustafa Salifu, called for support from the general public as the facility remains committed to delivering exceptional healthcare and training healthcare professionals. In an interview with TV Africa during a float on some street in Accra as part of the hospital centenary celebration.
Kolebu Teaching Hospital recently celebrated its 100th anniversary, marking a century of healthcare excellence and significant impact. Established in 1923, the hospital has evolved into Ghana's largest teaching hospital, providing critical medical services, training and research. As part of the celebration, staff organized a float through Accra's principal street to raise awareness and confidence in the hospital services. Clad in uniforms and holding placards, healthcare professionals interacted with the public and distributed educational materials on health topics. The century event highlighted the hospital's achievements and future ambitions, including plans for infrastructure development, medical equipment and training programs. These initiatives aim to maintain Kolebu's leadership in healthcare and medical education. The celebration underscores the facility's pivotal role in Ghana's healthcare system. The public relations officer of the hospital, Mustafa Salifu, called for support from the public and philanthropists to enhance quality healthcare delivery.
Healthcare provision is one of the dynamic professions that you have. Every day, new inventions are being churned out, new procedures are being discovered, and then we are always on our tools, learning these new techniques, and then trying to get new equipment that can be. So you can never say that you have enough. So that is the nature of the terrain. So you are always on guard to train people in new areas that are coming up, new specialties that are being developed, so that we can have that. Recently, the Kolebu has been in the news for undertaking kidney transplant locally. So it's something that we are deepening. Currently, we have the Urology and Nephrology Center of Excellence, which will soon be commissioned. We have had training, and that will be the cornerstone for kidney dialysis in the hospital, so that Ghanaians will not have to travel to any country, either India, South Africa, or other places to have.
And away from health to some education matters, because the University Student Association of Ghana, as an umbrella body for university students in Ghana, has held its flagship employment and entrepreneurship roadshow at the University of Ghana. Speaking with TV Africa Business News, President of the association, Patrick Kusiedu, disclosed that hundreds of students have received significant financial support and intensive mentorship from captains of industry.
The event was held under the theme Refining Opportunity, Equipping Tomorrow's Workforce. The event attracted hundreds of participants from various campuses who were taken through entrepreneurship mentoring by seasoned entrepreneurs from various business backgrounds. Representatives from the National Youth Employment Agency, the National Entrepreneurship and Development Program, as well as the Ghana Enterprise Agency and the Precious Minerals and Marketing Company took turns to address the student. Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon, Lydia Seyram Al-Hassan, interacted with the participants and encouraged them to remain focused on their goals. The Dean of Students Affairs of the University of Ghana, Professor Rosina Tremantin, speaking with TV Africa Business News, highlighted the importance of the program. According to her, it will prepare participants to create their jobs and subsequently employ others.
In the UK, you earn more money than somebody who is in the civil service. They come and do something, your pipe gets fault, he will charge you £250 for just coming there for an hour or 2 hours. You won't get that sitting in your office, and because they are highly skilled, they are well trained, they can identify the problem, fix it, and so they are in high demand. Why can't we do the same? Why do we look down on our artisans? Also because the government is not putting, the MPP government is doing a lot by investing in technical training, and putting a lot of money and buying a lot of equipment. They have done their bit, but I think it is something that has to be a government policy. It doesn't matter, national policy. It doesn't matter whether it's MPP, CPP, NDC. And I think that's the way.
She, however, charged the participants to make use of opportunities created by government.
Cancer said his unit is giving out startups, So you see, the thing is that you need to know where to go. Our students don't read. That's one of the biggest problems we have. We put out information on our intranet. Every University of Ghana student has an email account. Some go through from level 100 to 400 without activating the email account. Even the University of Ghana has scholarships. The university itself has scholarships. We have a unit Students Financial Aid Office. So we have a lot of corporations, big corporations bringing us grants. Some are local, some are foreign. We have individuals who have set up scholarship funds, and they bring all these scholarships, and it is this office that coordinates it. We put the notices out there. Some of them don't even read, so they don't even know.
President of the University of Students Association of Ghana, Patrick Kusi Edu, also shared some number of students who have benefited so far from the program.
These were covered, most especially the public universities that have the huge numbers. Those that we were not able to go, we invited them to join us, and I've been able to, in fact, impacted so many students. And now we have about a lot of them who have also received grants from. In fact, the University of Cape Coast, we have about 5 students who has benefited from the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, 50,000 Ghana cedis, of which now it has served as a startup capital for themselves to also make a living out of it. So that is what we are doing. About KUST, UDS2, we went there, and now we are here in University of Ghana.
Still to come in business, statement issued by the Bank of Ghana indicates that the affected bank customers issued doubt checks on at least 3 occasions between January 2022 and January 2024. Despite warnings about the consequences of their actions, the offenders are accordingly banned from issuing checks in Ghana for 3 years, effective 28th June 2024, and will also not be able to access new credit facilities from the banking system for 3 years. The statement explained that the above sanctions are without prejudice to any legal proceedings that may be taken against the offenders under Ghana's criminal code. According to the Bank of Ghana, banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions whose customers are involved have been directed to notify the corporate of the ban and recall all unused checkbooks from them. They shall not also issue new checkbooks to the affected customers until the sanctions are lifted. The public is by this notice cautioned to desist from issuing due checks, as the offense has both legal and regulatory consequences. The Bank of Ghana will continue to monitor the payment system space closely and is committed to the promotion of the integrity and soundness of the financial system. Still in the business news, as the world's largest floating book fair returns to Ghana, thousands are expected to patronize this year's fair on MV Logos Hope at Tema Port, with the fair taking place from August 8th to September 8th. Organizers say over 5,000 titles of books for children and adults in different fields will be explored. Beyond the fair, with multinational on board, the ship seeks to promote diversity, inclusivity, and friendship.
32 meters in length and 22 meters wide. The vessel last visited Ghana in 2022, where thousands were said to have participated in the fair, having been exposed to different cultures around the world and building friendship. This year's fair, which takes place from August 8th to September 8th, will be free for children under 12 and adults above 65 years. However, patrons between these ages are expected to pay an amount of 15 Ghana cedis before entry. Project manager for the Tema visit, Sarah Mola, says this fair, with 5,000 different titles of books in various fields, will give patrons, families and friends a lifetime opportunity. Meanwhile, a member of the advanced preparations team, Michelle Rehnquist, is excited over a partnership with locals.
So you can gather yourselves together with your family and friends, plan a visit. And not only can you explore the books that we have on board, but also we have an international cafe where you will be able to purchase some snacks, have fellowship, come together, maybe speak about the books that you've been reading, or also meet our international crew. Every day there will be some people down there to connect with you, and we love to hear the stories of the people and really build these friendships. Friendships that last even for years beyond the visit. That is what we are looking forward to once again partner and see friendships built between Ghana and the many nationalities on board. Actually, we have also the blessing to share that one of our crew members on board is also Ghanaian, so it's great that you have your representatives on board as well.
Through the visits of the ship in different places, I myself have been able to experience people's hospitality in inviting us into their homes, inviting us into their country, eating their food, such as fufu or jollof. We've been able to have had an amazing experience of hospitality through the visits of the Lord's home. And even just learning that all of us may look different, may come from different places, but we all are looking for the same thing. And we are all searching and can be, in our differences, see the similarity.
And now, a woman empowerment clinic has been held to empower young women through entrepreneurship and strategic planning businesses. Speaking with TV Africa News, the First Lady of the Christ Apostolic Church, Josephine Amponsan Frimpong, has applauded Parliament for passing the Affirmative Action Gender Bill, which is intended to give more opportunities to women at the national level. She is, however, urging young women to take advantage of opportunities made available by government.
The second edition of the Women Empowerment Clinic was themed Rebranding Our African Mindset, Psychology of Success, brought together women from diverse areas within small and medium enterprises. The event addressed 3 core thematic areas, which includes pension plan, digital marketing, and customer service. Resource personnel from the Pensions Trust advised the women to take pension saving serious, as this will help them overcome uncertainties in the future.
But I been a financial planning for retirement. And say me kwa retirement na me hie sika ato edru ana me hie sika ato bibia say me wo sika no. Either say a bank and I share a share me pass. Yes. And then the objective of every financial planning for retirement. You can say in Ghana, you share a mema ma. A mema no check papa. Their mortality rate is 61. Ebedus is 61 na kaput ebia wewu. By mbano ye tumini kwechire 66 any year mortality rate. And yes. It's so short. So back retirement cry or to me check same bema. Obi beka say na bed ye mema nkwa bed enti women are very careful in taking care of their health. Enti so besha a man ye chepa same mema.
Adding her voice to the ongoing discussions on women empowerment, First Lady of Christ Apostolic Church International, Josephine Amponsan Frimpong, applauded Parliament for passing the Affirmative Action Gender Bill, which is awaiting presidential approval to be passed into law. According to her, this will help create gender balances.
Things have even changed. Initially, you could just count the number of women in higher positions like parliament and so on and so forth. But things have even changed. Now they've made room. Women are even coming out of their shells to take up positions at the parliamentary level and at the executive level. Governments are even presidents are even appointing them to even hold certain positions, and they are doing it very well. They are working well. So I think we are working on something, and things are changing now.
That's all for the business news tonight. Akosha is standing by with the latest in entertainment after the short breather. Do stay.
me dem abreka. Afei na me be twema ne me ya wansa na makofi. Akrofo kwa ha dwum area ha dodo.
Anokre na wo kan no, me de misuo kra se nsuo beto. Ine senke beda ha o.
Ye beda ha. Enne ye just sisi birthday se me kodwam kodidwa. Na me be ne aduane ma no. Hello?
Sisi, ukunu birthday ni se eba so. Me de mani ato aduane ne so o, me need the whole day. E ba be difufuo.
Madam I sense. Fiti anopa. Be senye masa. Afei na me twen amanawo. Me wi amakodwom akodidwa. Ma brekra.
What you are see? When him say high sense washing machine. Hey, and now you ukunu special day. Or the aduane for party na nyumre. Na bra showroom asesi ana me nchira WhatsApp.
Me nya idea no. Me va sesia. Hey, Madam I sense.
Sisi. What bantamo?
No traffic be anymore. Nada was the same.
Me see. Way any Series 5 smart washing machine wa. Me can WhatsApp. Washing machine and no one app. Esi niema emro. Temperature this inusintino. Ekumu amon kitinkitin nyina afiu niema nimu. Emani da ho ye kroje. Series 5 we dia ede ne ho. Nti afim be mu eno ayi pie. Emma na siesie enya den. Si woniema no. Na dwene wanyinam kanea ho. Nti enwa kanea ka. Utimi programme S5 smart washing machine say enkekaye bi wontade ani. Ne beyi ni nyina kama. Washing machine ni programming nyina. Utimi ya no smartphone so.
Hey, Madam I sense. Would you the best see me o? Mama ba kon.
Mama ododo. Hisense Series 5 smart washing machine. EBC echimu a dry in temper.
Yes, Albo! Yes, Atlante! Zizi! Or your Kings Drive Ghana Limited. And your Preferee. And your taxi driver, another total driver. And put the one customer Kawakala. Now your car owner. On the more day yarn there. As the wood driver's license. Never your two guarantors. After not deposit 10%. Nine, I your car owner. Official today. You're more free comprehensive insurance. Open the payment to sir. Or you're flexible. About Tobas in Chanaka Cranka. And you how cry. Trotron taxi driver's way. Even car no pay. Yawa Hunda. Toyota. Daewoo, Nissan, Sprinter, Kia, Chade, Kabia, you and Pemoto biker, and a tricycle, small tractor, Aboso Kamacho, Mighty, Kia truck, you want in Nara, Pawani track, your head office, our cars one, old timers, off Castle Bajasi Road, Koforidia branch, Zoom Highway, your Benfidiasi, traffic light, Asamankasa branch, Union Oil filling station, Accra Road, in Sawan branch, your National Cal Health Service, Adwaju, Kaswa branch, opposite Old ECG, off Kaswa Union Road, Kumasi branch, Adjoso, Amasaman branch, Satellite Junction off Accra Samam Road. So many branch opposite main lorry station. And now friend
0540-582-918 and now 0540-583-999.
Kings Drive Ghana Limited. Hard work rewards.
Jilo G.
Ina dujina. Fika na chijina.
Mena nyanko jiga. Planya jeshida nu yung lodi. Chung chinya. Le voters register man.
Inkoka. Register ka.
Electoral Commission amachado ofe. Depa jadrado wawade 2024. Amachacha wanangwa. Voters register. Vuga dadi. Navai ji unko akpo. To blaragba 20th August. Basere blaragba 27th August 2024. Tondi gandrama. Basere trogada magbashiagba.
Kajaba ma imagine yanko fifila. Jilo. Ji onkolo.
Ejape na ji wo jesidanu yo nglodi le voters register man. Eye na hia be wo wodododo wa. Ejape na nya wo kotafe polling station. Atenwa titrede ama yo panko majabo no kotagbala ma wo fumato yo magavalio. Ejape wo de panko da le voters register man.
Ejape mo ba ji nyunko la gbala ma fifilai. Jilo.
Gake ejape na nya gbe magbe plaga fofoma.
Jilo. Jiwo kolo.
Dongo na 2024 general election electoral commission amachado offer have voters register adadi ba me de share na kpo manwie gbogbo be wonto eyi aji wo jesidanu yo nlo dadi chonwo le voters register fufu dadi eyi yo me to blaragba 20th August basere blaragba 27th August 2024 so ndi gandre basere retro garden besiagbe agatenwa wonu ya okatan to mobubuji ama yo nlo nko adako a watenwa ji offer jesidanu nlo di oka no taxi de *711*51# le network de share de ji ama yo per ID card bu alo o manya fi yo le o watenwa yi exhibition center aji offer jesidanu yo nlo dadi exhibition officer o watenwa ngok perangu na ji wo just danu yo nglo dadi no voter ID card malio ha akodala yi jebe wadako atingo chitrede nkode fe just danu yo nglo dia ngu kude amade ngu to amoya ojibe ama amachio ama anye dukobubu mato ama fa susu mele dadio ama amanye ama yobe yenye ama amanye tafa macholao
Jilo
ji wokodada yenye wo chome.
It's now time to delve in and around the world of entertainment. My name is Nana Akosia Esedwa. Please do remember we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube TV Africa Ghana. Now, the Musicians Union of Ghana has pledged to launch an annual National High Life Music Concert as part of its unique to elevate high life music to the premier genre in Ghana and make it relevant globally. According to the president of Musica, High Life Music creates an authentic music identity for Ghana, and there is a need to preserve and make it more relevant. Now proceeding with our second story, in her ongoing efforts to combine the spread of HIV/AIDS, Miss Malaika Ghana 2023, together with experts from the Ghana Health Service National AIDS Control Program, visited the bustling 31st December market in Makola to educate market women and heed porters on the vital prevention. During the outreach program, Manager for the National AIDS Control Program, Stephen Ayisi Ado, revealed that approximately 7% of the new HIV cases in Ghana are children who contract the virus from their mothers. He emphasized the crucial need for females and reproductive age to test negative for HIV to prevent mother-to-child transmission.
A female vagina or the whole female reproductive tract is like a receptacle, and therefore when there is an exchange of fluids that is infected with the virus and that fluid is deposited in the vagina, the body of the woman keeps it, compared to the man who just enters and comes out. And once it is kept there, it means that it spends a longer time. And then the likelihood that if it gets an opportunity to just cross, when there is a sexual intercourse between a male and a female, the likelihood of bruises, that is tears, is higher in females because the female reproductive tract is more delicate compared to the male, which the reason why rape is a higher risk, because usually there is resistance, and the higher the resistance, it leads to tears and all that. Most of sexual activity, if it is violent, can lead to, or aggressive, can lead to minor tears in the female reproductive tract, which will lead to transmission. The next thing is that when it comes to sexually transmitted infections, it's higher in.
And that's just about it for entertainment tonight. I am Nana Akosia Esedwa. Up next is sports. Good evening.
My name is Enoch Nisaki, and time now for sports. And this evening on sports, the highly anticipated Gbese Manche Omoho Peace Charity Cup is set to take place this weekend. The match featuring two of Ghanaian's prominent football club, Accra Hearts of Oak and Accra Lions, will be held at the Accra Sports Stadium on Sunday, August 11, 2024.
Charity Cup, organized by the Gbese Manche Omoho Charity, aims to promote peace and unity within the community through the spirit of football. Fans can expect a thrilling encounter as Heart of Oaks, one of Ghana's most successful teams, faces off against Heart of Lions, known for their resilience and dominations on the pitch. The event is more than just a football match. It is a celebration of culture and community. The Gbese Manche, pictured in traditional regalia, will be a central figure at the event, symbolizing their rich cultural heritage of the Omoho Festival. Gates open at 1 p.m. and kick-off is scheduled for 3 p.m.
A well-respected figure in the football community, Samuel Enim Ado, expressed his excitement about the upcoming game. He stated, Accra Hearts of Oak versus Heart of Lions will give us a game we want. His comment highlighted the expected high level of competition and entertainment that fans can look forward this coming Sunday, August 11th.
One thing that informed the Heart of Lions issue is the fact that Heart of Lions are known as a Kuma Bimpon. They kill big people. They are small giants, but they kill big giants, and they can destroy big giants. So if Hearts of Oak are also one of the biggest clubs in Africa, and they are done in Ghana, it means that if we pitch them against such a club, we will bring the good competition that we want. Last year, Olympics chickened out, so we realized that we need to look at someone else. It doesn't mean, sometimes we can even look at a club from outside Ghana, we can look at Asante Kotoko. So basically, Manchester says, let's do it. So we agreed, and then the clubs has agreed, and 11th August, there's even going to be a curtain raiser with the British High Commission versus Nia Ibonte 11. You know, Nia Ibonte 11 will be most of the House of Oak players who played under him. You know, he's a legend in the football administration in Ghana. And also, we are looking at all the political parties coming. Somebody called me yesterday, you know, the aspiring MP for Odudu, MPP, and that of NDC, the two of them came to the launch, and all of them are pledged to buy tickets for their fans. Somebody is telling them, why don't we let them play a curtain raiser? So the MPP team, Odudu NDC team, they will call a curtain raiser. Because the two of them were asked to pledge for peace, and they pledged for peace. And all of them said they will talk to their fans so that for the first time, there won't be bloodshed at Odudu. If you look at the thing, it looks like something is going to work well. Ni says Peace Cup, but if you realize Odudu is where Ni comes from, Gbese is from there, and that's a hotspot when it comes to our elections. So if we use this to champion peace, I know it will go a long way to help Ghana.
So that's all for sports this evening on News Hour. My name is Enoch Nisaki, and it's always a pleasure serving you.
In international news tonight, we cross to Nigeria, where concerns are rising over the influence of Russia in the ongoing demonstration in Nigeria. Some protesters have been seen waving Russian flags as they demonstrate in various states in Nigeria. Authorities in the country have termed the act as treason to the country's sovereignty. The Russian embassy in Nigeria has distanced itself from allegations that it is influencing the demonstrations. Protesters against economic hardship have persisted in several Nigerian states, despite the president calling for an end to the demonstrations that have faced a crackdown from security forces. At least 13 people have been reported dead in the protests, which began on Thursday against the West African nation's worst cost of living crisis in a generation, and against the corruption and alleged bad governance that have stifled its development. Nigerian security forces have been accused of using excessive force on the protesters. On Monday, President Bola Tinubu met with the security chiefs in Abuja's capital. A curfew was declared in northern Kaduna State, the sixth state to take such a measure since the protests began after reports of looting. That's our wrap up tonight's bulletin. Many thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Akledo, so enjoy the rest of our programs.